Is yours started? Yeah.
Alright, mine started. Should we clap our hands?
Yeah, we should do a little bit of a Shrek moment.
What?
But I was thinking Barney, but Shrek also worked.
Oh, okay. I still don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know who Barney is? Barney the
I know.
big dinosaur?
I know who Barney is, but I never watched Barney, so I don't know what you were talking about.
Bro, Barney's creepy.
Well, Barney's probably built different, am I right?
Yeah. He got that DILF build.
No way, bro. I just
Alright,
coughed on audio.
Huh?
What?
Alright, let's do a clap.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Most Best Podcast. I am your co-host for today's episode, Light, and I'm joined by Jack here. Jack, what are we doing today?
So, we have decided that what we are going to do today is go on Reddit and react to r/am I the a-hole. Okay?
Oh no.
This could either go super good, it will either go super well and be the most best video we've done, or it'll go really, really bad and not. So, either way, I think we're pretty goated. But, yeah.
We're goated on that Fortnite,
Yes, sir.
the number one victory royale.
All we're doing for right now is reading the most popular ones ever. So more than likely, a lot of these have probably been covered by 20 million other YouTubers and stuff. But
But this is going to be the most best version of it.
Yeah, exactly.
They forgot that we're the most best.
And just a disclaimer before we get into it for the audience out there, we are both very dyslexic. So, yeah, we may not read good.
And also, this might cover some iffy subjects, and it might have some cursing in it. So, if you are not under, if you are uncomfortable around that, make sure to have somebody around and or just click off.
And we'll do our best to try to bleep out or censor some of the really bad language and stuff, or find ways to get around it where you still get the idea, but not not without using the actual words or whatever.
Yeah, we'll censor ourselves.
Yeah, something like that. If you want, why? But without further ado, though, do you want to read the first one?
Yeah, sure. I'll read the first one.
Are you reading it out loud or in your head?
No, I'm reading it out loud. It was just loading.
You are screen recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So, am I the a-hole for telling my wife to lock telling my wife the lock on my daughter's door is not removed till my brother-in-law and his daughter are out of house?
It says
my brother.
Wait. You butchered that title so badly, bro.
I know.
It says,
am I the a-hole for telling my wife the lock on my daughter's door does not get removed till my brother-in-law and his daughter are out of our house?
There we go. You got it. Took you a little bit, but that dyslexia kicked in, really. You know what I mean?
My brother-in-law, Sammy, lost his home shortly after his divorce 10 months ago. He moved in with us and brought his twin daughters, Olivia and Sloan.
It's pronounced
Sloan. They're both 18 based with him a couple months ago. His sister, my wife, and I have one daughter, Zoe, 16, and she and her cousins aren't close, but they're getting along fine. Olivia and Charlene have no respect for Zoe's privacy. None. They used to walk into her room and take everything they can get their hands on. Makeup, phone accessories, clothes, school, laptop, etc. Oh god, their ass. Or they're a-holes. Bleep that out. Zoe complained a lot, and they've already asked the girls to respect Zoe's privacy and stop taking things.
What was that?
My wife and Sammy saw no issue with this. After all, these girls,
what she's talking about?
they're girls, and this is typical teenage girl behavior. I completely disagree. Oh, this is gonna be long. Last straw was when Zoe brought a $60 Mac. What?
MAC makeup kit.
MAC makeup kit. I didn't know you were already expert on makeup.
I guess I am now.
The most best makeup guy. That took that looks like a paint set that she saved up over a month, and one of the girls slowly took it without permission and ruined it by mixing shaders together while using it. Don't know much about makeup. Jack can help you with that. But that's what Zoe said, and she found the kit in her bed. She was crying. I told my wife that she said she'd ask Solene to apologize, but I got Zoe a lock after I found that she was moving valuable belongings out of the house because of the incident. Sammy and his daughter saw the lock and weren't happy. The girls were extremely upset. Sammy asked about it, and I straight up told him. He said, "My daughters aren't thieves. It's normal that girls grab of the same age borrow." Oh, girls. Oh, what did I say? What did I see grab? Honestly, where did I see grab? It's normal that girls of the same age borrow each other's stuff. He said Zoe could easily get another makeup kit for $15 from Walmart and shouldn't have been buying expensive adult makeup in the first place, and suggested my wife take care of this defect in my daughter's personality. Damn. Trying to appeal older than she is. He accused me of being overprotective and babysitting Zoe with a level of enablement. Wow, this story is getting good. I told him this between me and my wife, and she shamed me for putting a lock on Zoe's door for her cousins to see, and preventing them from spending time with her, saying I was supposed to treat them like daughters. Then demanded I remove it, but I saw the lock. But I said this lock does not get removed till her brother and his daughters are out of our house. She got mad. I was implying we kick them out, and said her family will hate me for this. So I reminded her that I let Sammy and his family move in, which is something her own family refused to do. She should start with shaming and blaming them for not taking their own son and niece's granddaughter. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
When did grandparents
I let Sammy and his family move in, which is something her own family refused to do. So she should not start with shaming / blaming them for not taking care of their own son. Oh, okay. She's saying that they took Sammy and Sammy's daughters into their house because Sammy's and the wife's family would not let them stay with them. So he's saying she should be blaming her parents for not taking their son, nieces slash granddaughters in.
I see. If it wasn't for her family's unwillingness to help, we wouldn't be dealing with such disturbance at home. Everyone's been giving me and Zoe silent treatment, and my house is very much upset over this. Or my wife.
I would just
sorry.
Before I say anything, bro, I thought my dyslexia was bad until you read the word wife as house.
There's no excusing that one. That was just stupid.
Also, you pronounce Sloane's name different every single time her name popped up, and it was the funniest thing ever. That's why I was coughing so much, because I'm getting over being sick, and every time I laugh, I cough. And I was coughing so much because I laughed every time you pronounced it differently. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Because personally,
I think he's not.
I don't think he is either. I think he's doing the right thing. He's protecting his daughter's privacy. Like, honestly, his nieces are, like, rude. Holy cow. His brother-in-law needs to learn to parent. And I'm saying this as an 18-year-old kid who is not a parent. Holy cow.
Yeah. This is a lot to take it at once. So, first off, you're shaming this dude, and mostly his wife. You're shaming the wife for the kid wanting to buy an expensive thing, which they saved up money for a whole month to get.
Exactly. It's like, at the end of the day, it was her money. She spent it.
Where is it? He called her something, and he called her a defect.
Yeah. I was like, bro, what? Like, think about it, right? I bought, like, the computer I'm using right now to record on, right? I spent my own money on, right? Could you imagine if I let, like, my parents let my cousins and uncle move in, right? They then started using my computer, break it, and then their dad has the audacity to tell my parents they shouldn't have let me buy a $700 computer and buy a cheaper one from Walmart. Like, dude, I would have, like, beat up my uncle.
Yeah, that I
like,
couldn't.
dude, like, she spent her money on it. Now, obviously, this post is 4 years old, so I'm hoping that, like,
4?
Oh no, sorry, it's 2. It's 2 years old. My fault. I'm hoping that it's, like, everything's resolved and better now. But
the thing is that this was 2 years ago when the 19 was a thing.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, like, why? Like they couldn't kick him out because they had nowhere to go because, you know, Sickness 900 was going around, and and so it was like they couldn't kick them out and make them, you know, find somewhere else to live because they're in the middle of, like, Sickness 900. And
it also kind of makes sense of why the grandparents wouldn't let them in.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, if you're living with somebody else, right, because you don't have anywhere to go and you can't go outside because Sickness 900 is running rampant, you need to respect other people's privacy. And I understand that, okay, maybe, yes, Salone and, what was the other dog? Olivia.
Zoe?
No, Zoe was the guy who was
Zoe was the
was the 16-year-old. Yeah, she was the one I bought the makeup. I understand that Salone and Olivia were not the closest with Zoe already, but they can get close to her without stealing her stuff, right?
You could be close to somebody, or you could not be close to somebody and just not steal their stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
it's dumb.
Yeah. I remember for a while, after the divorce, me and my mom and my brother lived with our aunt, and my brother, uh, I don't know what to call him. Yeah, him. He he wasn't really the nicest. He was like a kid. He was annoying. He was obnoxious. Everybody kind of hated him a little bit. So, but then he would also go to the extreme of stealing their stuff and just using it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, yeah.
Okay.
But, so, no, you are not.
No, you're not.
The a-hole.
So next, instead of doing the second one, I want to do the third one because the third one's title is so much better.
Okay. Hold up, it's loading. My computer's being slow.
Shoot,
right now.
wait, no, this is an update? Oh, I need to find the original post. Hang on.
An update.
They updated, bro, I'm going to read the original post, and then I'm going to go back and read the
Wait,
update.
what? Wait. Oh, I see.
Okay. So, the title of this one is, Am I the asshole for despising my mentally handicapped sister?
Wait, where do you see that?
What do you mean, where do I see that? It's literally the third one. Top most rated. Click it.
Oh,
It says,
I thought you were trying to look for the update.
no,
The original.
You click on the update, and then it in the first paragraph it says original post.
My original post.
You click on that, and it takes it to it. So before we even get into reading this, right? They have the badge that says not an a-hole, okay? But from this title, bro,
this is Reddit.
That's
you
true.
can't
That's
trust
true.
what people say.
That's true. So the title is I'm gonna say, you know what?
Oh my god, this guy's spacing is godlike.
Yes, this man typed this for all the
Just
dyslexic
for
people out there. Oh my god, thank you so much. Everything's like double spaced and not single spaced. Okay, so the title is, Am I the asshole for despising my mentally handicapped sister? Okay, so it's off by going, the title makes me sound horrible, but hear me out. My sister is severely autistic. She requires attention 24/7 and cannot be left alone. She is nonverbal and cannot take care of herself at all. Despite the fact that she is only 12, she is extremely destructive and violent and destroys anything she gets her hands on. I hate her. That should be wrong to say, but it doesn't. Bro, I'm laughing too hard for reading this. That should be wrong to say, but it doesn't feel like it. I was only.
What do you mean?
I was only 6 years old when she was born, and since then, I've never solely had my parents' attention. Where am I getting that from? Even since I can remember, the world has revolved around her. I was moved out of my room into the basement at 7 because she needed to be in the room next to my parents. All of my toys as a child were destroyed by her, and my parents simply ignored me when I complained. Even when I was 14 and she destroyed my Mac my school gave me, I was in the wrong. Along with this, I am expected to take care of her and drop everything I do for her. I can never make plans with friends because my parents expect me to be there if they need me to take care of her. Even when I do somehow get the time to myself, I am required to leave if they need me. If I do not, then I am punished. The recent example of this is when I went to see the new Spider-Man movie and was grounded because I turned my phone off in the theater. It seems as if I am nothing more than a slave to them, and anything involving her simply overshadows me. This next week, I was chosen to give a speech at a school event. I was so excited and my parents promised to be there. But they never showed and claimed it was because my sister. Anytime anything like this happened for me, they were always too busy with her. I've held this in for so long and it finally spilled out today. While talking about college with my father, he joked that I should get a degree that pays well so when they're gone, I can take care of my sister. I don't know why, but this caused me to break down. I cried and screamed about how it's always about her and I'm nothing more than a caretaker to them. That they always make it about her and that I'm expected to be her. I'm expected to be her slave for the rest of my life. I've locked myself in my room since then, and my parents have not come to check on me. Am I the asshole here? Now, before I get into the first edit / update, what are your thoughts on this?
I you see, this is really close to home for me, so I'm just going to just like go out there and say I don't think you are, but also what does her being mentally handicapped have anything to do with this?
Exactly. So, I'm reading this, right? So it said her sister was 12 and she was 6 years. She was 6 when her sister was born, making the girl writing this 18. Okay. I think it's less of a fact that her sister is mentally handicapped and more of a she's 18, wants the attention, but she's not getting it because her sister has autism. And so she's using that as an excuse to lash out at her parents. Now, at the same time, she is 18 and her parents need to let her go out and do things and have her own life and not always have to be there for her sister. But I don't know where I sit here because I do kind of feel like she's using her sister's disability as a way to get back at her parents, which in my mind does make her the asshole. But her parents aren't much better because they don't want anything to do with her because of her sister's disability. So, I don't know.
Personally, I think she's innocent.
I think I'm willing to say she's not the asshole just because of her parents. And I feel like if they had treated them both more fairly growing up, this wouldn't be happening. But now I'm going to move on to the updates, okay? So first off, the first edit / update kinda is clear, okay? And it says, wow, thank you for all the support and love that you guys have given me. I never expected this post to reach the popularity it did. Thank you all. After thinking about it for these past few hours, but it's only been hours since you posted it the first time. Oh shoot, okay. Yeah, you were right that I don't despise my sister. It's not her fault that she was born the way she is. My parents came to talk. Why didn't she space this one out the same way she did the first time? Parents came to talk to me a while after my breakdown, but I was unable to bring myself to talk to them, and only cried and asked them to leave. They have made arrangements with my grandfather for me to stay with him for the time being, and I am getting ready to go to his house. My parents want to talk to me about we have decided. My parents, but we have decided it's best I leave for now to have some space and time to collect myself. We will be sitting down and talking later this week about this issue. Thank you all again for the love and support, though. Through this, I will send an update your guys' way later this week if people are interested. Okay, now I'm going to go to the update. Now, keep in mind, the update has more likes than the original post does. So either this update has even more juicy, like, stuff in it, or it's just, like, an update. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this update's longer than the original post, so that's crazy. But it says, I'm back, like I said I would be. My original post got a lot of attention, and seeing as you guys seem interested, here's an update. Since that day I made the post, I've been saying with my grandfather, the week's been honestly a huge change for me for the better and for the worse, but I'll try to run it down. I started by telling my grandfather the story of why I broke down the way I did, and to be honest, he seemed horrified. No one in my family knew my parents were using me as essentially a free care service for my sister. My grandpa told me some things that I don't feel comfortable repeating here, but in essence, my sister is supposed to be getting care from a professional, and that my parents were ignoring that. Along with this, I was not supposed to be caring for her at all with her mental state, as apparently she is in danger. She is a danger to herself and others. With everything else I told him, along with stuff like the movie incident, he was really mad and told me to not contact my parents without him there. He pretty much told me that he would be meeting with my parents beforehand, and that he was going to be there when I sat down with them. It didn't end here either. The rest of the week consisted of other family checking in on me and telling me things my parents hid from me. That included the fact that my parents have been taking money from the family to fund a caretaker that doesn't exist. So, suffice to say, this week has been rough. But the upside is that even through all this, my extended family has been giving me more love than I've ever felt in a while. My grandfather spent his last week making up for all the time I've lost, encouraging me to spend time with my friends and do things I want to do. My aunts and uncles have never been around helping me through this week. Oh no, have also been around helping me through this week. Well, how did I read also as never? Bro, my dyslexia is terrible. Well, Saturday night, I sat down with parents to talk. It went badly, to say the least. They came clean to me about everything. They told me things I will not repeat here, but they did not apologize. My parents still claim that I somehow owned my sister my time. My father even saying, "You were put here to be her caretaker." I won't lie and say I was composed. After everything I learned, I confronted them on the fact that my sister needed a caretaker. The money my dad was taking from his sister and a few other things, they denied it or made excuses. And in the end, ended off in a worse place than before. Today will be the last time talking to them for a while. After talking with my grandfather and uncle last night, I'm not going back later. Later today, I'm going there to pick up my stuff and moving in with my grandfather. When I graduate high school, I'm planning on leaving the state and go to school. My aunt has told me that the money she was sending to my dad will instead be coming to me from now on. My parents have called me twice since Saturday. Neither of them were to apologize and only ask when I was coming home. I won't be going back to them right now. I still feel pretty uneasy about everything, but I feel like that will pass. The rest of my family is showing their support to me, and honestly, it feels great. But in the end, I lost my parents. Over all this, I've learned something that I wish I saw earlier. I didn't have my sister. In fact, I didn't hate my sister. In fact, I love her with all my heart. I should never have projected my hate onto her. That was wrong. And someday, I hope to make up for that. But for now, I need to leave. So here's my update. Thanks again for the support on the original post. I really appreciate everyone who took time to comment and show me support. Thanks. Now she edited the update. Okay, now she sent the update and then she edited it afterwards. Okay. It's just another thank you. She said, I wish I could respond to every one of you, but my lunch only lasts so long. I'll update tonight how the move out went, and until then, thank you all. I want to say that your support has been amazing, and your kindness means more to me than anyone could ever imagine. Okay, the latest edit is just much more talking about how she couldn't be, happier, and thanking everybody for everything. And then she goes on to saying, we just got back from moving my things out of my parents' house. Everything I wanted to take to my grandpa's and uncle. Everything I wanted to take, my grandpa and uncle helped move, and it's at my grandpa's house now. I have my birth certificate, social security card, and even other documents of record that I could think of. My parents were quiet the whole time. I was there shortly after I arrived. My dad left with my sister and my mom. Only hovered with us silently as me moved. Wow, that's not even my dyslexia. That's not even my dyslexia. It even says as me moved. Like, that's actually the type there. I hugged her and said goodbye. And that was it. Even now I sit here and I think, if she really meant it after the whole week of her not saying anything, she waited till the end. I hope she meant it right. Now though, I think I just need to look ahead. Maybe one day and my parents can reconnect. I hope so.
So that
yeah, no, I take back everything bad I ever said about her. She was in the right. Holy cow.
So I'm gonna have to go for like 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold up 1 sec.
Anyway, guys, that's crazy. So her father and mother were taking money from the father's sister that they were supposed to be using on a caregiver for the daughter with the mental disabilities, and instead, they were doing something else with it. They never went into detail on what they were doing with the money, but they forced their oldest daughter to be the caregiver for their other daughter. That, honestly, to me, seems like a form of neglect in a way. Like they're forcing their daughter to take care of the other daughter and not even using the money they were giving to take care of their daughter. Bruh, these parents need to be in prison. Holy cow. Well, I was just talking to the audience about how, to the most best listeners, about how the parents should be in prison.
Yeah. So, okay. This whole entire thing, I knew this was weird from the start. This feels like a whole entire life story. Just
bro, it was crazy, bro.
It was weird.
from the um title, it made it seem like, oh yeah, she's actually a bad person, right? But the update cleared up so much stuff that, like, I'm convinced that, like, she's not. Honestly, holy cow. Anyway, you pick the next one for us to read. If it's an update, I don't really want to do it. I want to do like a normal one because I don't want to have to be reading a lot.
That was crazy though. As I'm looking for this next one, I'm just gonna say she is completely innocent. Everything that ever.
No, I agree. I agree. Like, no, like, well, I don't even know what I'm supposed to think.
That's a lot of take in. But I found this next one. Am I the asshole for bringing my SIL's wallet to the restaurant when she conveniently always forgets it?
Forgets it. So SIL is sister-in-law, by the way.
Oh, okay. Edit update on profile.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Why is there always an update?
Well, no, this one isn't an update. They updated it themselves on their personal profile, but they didn't actually put it on. So this is the original story.
Okay.
Because it says edit, it doesn't say like actual update.
Yeah. Wow, my computer really does not like OBS right now. It is taking forever. Okay.
Read the first word as me, 'cause that's what it's supposed to be.
Me. 28-year-old female. Sister-in-law Amy. Why is it taking me so long to think of? 26-year-old female. Always comes to visit from out of town. She stays with us instead of a hotel, and she always wants to go to expensive restaurants. She always conveniently forgets her wallet or doms up some.
I think it's supposed to be comes up.
Yeah,
comes up.
Probably. Comes up with some excuse as to why she can't pay her share. She has implied that since I make much more money than her, I should be the one to pay. No, not my husband should pay, but me specifically. I do make a fair amount of money, but not so much that I can treat someone each time they come into town. Nonetheless, in the past, I have just paid the bill and asked her to pay me back. She never has. She had made a reservation at an extremely expensive restaurant last night, and before we left, I made it clear that I will not be paying her a bill. This is where I might be the asshole. I will admit, I got this move straight from. Oh, okay. I'll admit, I got this move straight from an episode of 2.5 Men. Good show. I love that show. As we were leaving, her and my husband went to the car. I pretended I forgot something and went back inside. I found her wallet sitting right on top of the suitcase, on her suitcase. I put in my purse, and we went to the restaurant. When we were done eating, I asked for separate bills. She said no, we will have one bill because she forgot her wallet again. I reached into my purse and said, "This wallet?" She was extremely furious and said that I should not be touching or grabbing her wallet. So am I the asshole for taking her wallet and bringing it to the restaurant?
Don't read the edits. Oh, except for edit 2, because
Amy just called me. She said she saw this post and she yelled at me for bad-mouthing her on the internet. Honestly, I don't care. Amy, hopefully reading all of these comments as a wake-up call for you. Hopefully.
Okay, thoughts on this?
Huh?
What are your thoughts on this?
This is complicated. So, I agree her sister, she is completely in the wrong, and something should have happened. At the same time, she did grab her wallet.
I get that, but it almost sounds to me as, just based on remarks that the sister-in-law has made, it almost sounds as if she's purposely forgetting her wallet, so she doesn't have
most
to
definitely.
So I'm just saying, you know what I would have done in this situation? I would not have only grabbed the sister-in-law's wallet, but I would have forgotten my wallet. That way, listen, when we go to pay, and what I would have done actually, and this might be stealing, okay? I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
What I would have done is I either would have forgotten my wallet and grabbed my sister-in-law's wallet, or I would have taken the card out of my sister-in-law's wallet and used that to pay for everything, rather than
replace it with your own card.
Well, no, because then I would probably forget to take it out, and she would always be using my money.
True.
But something like that, right? And I feel like taking the card is probably more ruthless than just grabbing the whole wallet. Because at least she offered to split it. Like, she wasn't like, no, you're going to pay for everything. You know, she still offered to spend her own money. But I feel like at the end of the day, if you have your money, you set up the reservations for a restaurant, you should be willing to pay for your own bill and not force somebody else to do it just because they make more money than you, right? That's dumb.
Yeah. And also, she's coming out of town, staying with you, so she could spend less money on a hotel, having you pay for restaurants, having you pay for probably more stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you are certified not the asshole.
Yeah, I agree.
You did a dick thing, but you're not the asshole.
Anyway, this episode is getting about to the cutoff point.
Okay.
So, if you want to go ahead and end it, we can.
Wow, this went on way longer than I thought. Okay,
Hey,
guys.
it's fine.
Okay, guys, so this is our first time doing an episode like this. Hopefully you guys like it. Well,
let me do it. Alright, guys, so this is the first time doing an episode like this. If you guys want to see another one, let us know. And if you don't let us know, we'll probably do one anyway. But if we keep doing ones like this, they'll probably be shorter episodes. We hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment, turn on the post notification bell, because we want to get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, okay? And that can only happen if you guys shared the video. So we need you guys to like it, share it with your friends and family, your classmates, your work colleagues, your grandparents, your dog, your cat. We need you to share it with everybody and get us sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. That's our only goal.
And also, if you hate us, then do a subscribe, because the Raid Shadow Legends sponsor will be our last episode. You should totally fall for it and subscribe.
Exactly. Once we get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends,
it's over.
We ain't doing another video. So, make sure you share the video. We'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Donkey Kong backflip.
Okay, see ya, guys.